Hello, welcome to Manulife Asset Management. In the latest installment of our Aging Asia series of research reports, we identified 3 key components that affect the duration of retirement. These are retirement age, life expectancy, and marital status. Most people in Asia enter retirement as part of a married couple, and it's very likely one partner might outlive the other. So what impact does this have on financial planning for retirement? To make your planning easier, we have developed a simple-to-use tool to help you assess how long your retirement might last. The Aging Asia Longevity Calculator is really easy to use. Simply enter your information, and press Calculate to see the results. Now let's take a look at these charts and see what they mean for your retirement. This chart shows 3 curves, but you can hide any curve that you don't want to see by clicking on the legends at the bottom. Now let's look at the first curve. This plots the number of years both you and your spouse will live in retirement and the corresponding probability. In this example, if we move the pointer over the curve, we can see the probability that both you and your spouse surviving 10 years into your retirement is 81%. Likewise, if we follow the curve down, it shows how the probability reduces with age. But don't worry, that's perfectly normal. The second curve shows the probability that only one person, either you or your spouse, but not both, will survive the years into your retirement. In this example, you can see that the chances of this happening increases over time, but drops after reaching a peak in around 40 years. After that, the life expectancy of the remaining survivor will also begin to drop. The third curve is the opposite of the scenario in the first curve. As expected, the further we move into your retirement, the higher the probability neither you nor your spouse will survive. Okay, let's move on to the second chart. In the bottom 2 bars, we see the likely number of years your spouse and you will spend in retirement as individuals. The interesting bar is the top one. The left section of the bar shows the retirement years you will likely spend together as a married couple. The right section of the bar shows the likely number of years that one of you will outlive the other. Finally, let's move on to the table of life expectancies. In the second column, the figures show the average number of years that someone with your profile might live in retirement. By average, we mean that there is a 50-50 chance of this happening. So in this example, there's a 50% chance that you will live 44 years in retirement. That's not bad. But that's just the average. If we look at the third and fourth columns, you can see there's a 25% chance of enjoying a 52-year retirement. And if you're really healthy, or lucky, there is a 10% chance you will live 56 years in retirement. Similarly, the other rows show the case for your spouse and for both of you enjoying retirement together. What this means is that while there's an average number of years you may plan for when considering your retirement, there is a chance you or your spouse may live much longer than the average. With this in mind, you may have to factor in a much longer retirement than you may have expected. Now that you have a better idea of life expectancies in retirement, you can better prepare to ensure a more carefree future in your golden years. Try out the Aging Asia Longevity Calculator now and get a head start to a more enjoyable retirement.